And it's also very important to let the general public know that if our brothers and sisters unfortunately die from this problem, it will not be business as usual. They will not be the ones to conduct the burials. It will be the duty of the state to conduct the burials. Our Public Health Act does not allow us to hand over bodies or individuals dying from highly contagious diseases like COVID-19 to their families for burial.
Why?
For the simple reason that this can escalate undue exposure. It can expose the family to this problem. Because, mind you, it has been established that the virus does not just die with the dying of the individual who is infected. The virus hangs on, and secretions from the dead body can still infect other people around it if the due necessary precautions are not adhered to. And so, it is therefore very, very important for us to properly train people who would remove and dispose of individuals who unfortunately will die from this COVID-19.
So, Doc, are you saying that once somebody dies from COVID-19, that is it, the family will not be able to come near the body or anything? How does it work out?
Well, for us over here, the protocols that we have put together, allow minimal family involvement. Once it happens, you have to inform them and tell them the reason why they are not going to be allowed 100% access. The involvement, the emphasis here is minimal. In fact, the ruling clause over here is minimal handling and minimal movement of these bodies, even for the people who have been trained to dispose of their body. Minimal handling, minimal movement, just so that we can reduce everybody's exposure. And so the families will be allowed a little bit of involvement. I.e., if they want to, stand at a distance and say a prayer, well, they will be allowed to do that. Or if they want to view at a distance, they will be allowed that. What they will not be allowed to do is to have direct contact with the disease, which is what families typically want to do. They want to be the ones to bath their departed ones. They want to be the ones to dress them up, and then so on and so forth. In these instances, they are likely, in fact, not likely, they are highly likely not to be allowed to do that. When people die from this, in fact, for the few ones that we have conducted, before they even get here, the body is in the body bag, impermeable body bag, decontaminated and put in body bags. They may provide a coffin. Well, the burial team would put it in the coffin if you want, but the body won't come out from the body bag. It will stay in the body bag and probably put in the coffin if the family wishes, and then sent away. But families will not be handed over the bodies.
So, Doc, it's not likely that they would even be given the strands of hair, the nails from the fingernails and all that, as is usually done when somebody dies abroad. They will say, okay, bring the hair, strands of hair, the fingernails for us to keep and all that. It will not be done. They will not.
No, we don't recommend that any body part, be it hair or nails, be given to the family, because these are all anything in close contact with the person is contaminated, supposedly, and must be treated with caution. Now, taking off hair or clothes that the individual is wearing or nails and handing it over to the family, it will be to just unduly expose them, and that is not good for our public health interest. Because this disease can go around and come back. If you were to remove the hair and give it to the family and they get infected, they will go and sit in the same trotro with your son or your daughter or even your wife. And if you thought it was far away, your daughter or son now will bring it to you in the house. And so nothing. Once it occurs, people are duly informed, and then the necessary protocols are called into action. At the moment, the efforts that are being rolled out is to curtail massive spread of this problem. My simple advice to everybody is to obey these protocols. These are trying times. If we have decided, or the government has decided at the moment, to do a partial lockdown, the whole idea is to reduce movement of people and therefore reduce rate of transmission or spread of this problem. The advice is stay at home if you don't have anything to do in the town. Just stay in your house. Leave the problem for the government and the frontline workers to deal with. If you refuse and you are all over the place, you are unduly exposing yourself and putting the rest of us at risk too, because you are simply going to collect the problem somewhere, send it to your house, or send it into a commercial vehicle and give it to an innocent person who is, for example, an essential service worker, or who has had to come out because of a very important reason, i.e. maybe to find food. And you not having anything to do, you have roamed around the town, have collected the problem, and has ended up giving it to somebody who legitimately has to be out there. So it has to be clear that we have to take it serious. COVID-19 is not a figment of anybody's imagination. It's a real problem that has killed thousands and thousands of people over the world. We in Africa are just praying and hoping that we do not come under the kind of stress and pressure other countries have come under.